This is a response to a video that was done by Fable Verse. Your latest video about the homosexual, um, it being a choice, I believe. I forgot the name of it, but it was a great video, great blog. There are a couple points that I agree and disagree. The one I do agree with that you said was the fact that guys that were molested when they were younger, I agree with you wholeheartedly, 110%, that this guy who was, let's say he was molested when he was younger, and then when it came time to learn, or he got into puberty and everything, it was something that he just felt that that's what sex was, and that's how he got into it. That's how he got into sex, because that's how he thought, because he was molested when he was younger, or it happened probably from, let's say, he was 5 years old to probably 13 years old. I mean, that's just, again, when we look at it from, I guess, an outsider's point, that we look at it, we just go, wow, how can that have happened? And for that was over 8 years of this boy's life. And then when he got to that 13, 14, 15, and it became time for him to, I guess, start looking at the opposite sex, he just kind of looked at them like, well, they don't do nothing for me, so that he just went with dudes, and started him on his path. Now, the thing I disagree with, that you were born this way. I personally do not understand it. I don't get it. Because it just seems to me that we're just trying to say that anybody who's gay was born this way. I really don't think that a 1-year-old knows the difference between gay and straight. I really do not believe that. How could you know at 1 year old that you like boys? Again, that's just my personal opinion. I really don't want to get into religious argument with people about saying, oh, well, you don't understand. Some people are just born that way. Because to me it seems like you're just trying to rationalize something. That's just like a mass murderer, a guy who commits mass murder, saying, oh, I'm not a murderer. I was born this way. I was born to kill people. You were not born to be gay. I do not believe God just, when creating you, said, you know what, I'm going to create Jim gay. I'm going to make him gay. But I'm going to add the interesting caveat of saying, in my word that I'm going to have him not be liked. That the things that he does in life, which would be, I guess, the homosexual way, that it's going to get trashed. It's going to get trounced upon. He's going to be hated. And then one day Jim will be sitting there saying, God, why did you make me this way? And then Jim will end up blaming God for making him this way, and God was saying, I kind of didn't make you that way. And then, well, I just have a problem with that. But again, that's just my opinion. That's how I feel about it. I really don't. I have a hard time trying to wrap my head around that, and it's not that I don't get it. I see how you could feel that way, especially if that's how you really, really feel, that you think God just made you that way, and then how come he didn't make everybody gay then? How come he just made you gay, or he made some other guy gay? How come he made this guy gay? How come he didn't make that guy gay? I'm not trying to say that anybody is particularly born that way. I just don't understand or get it, period. I just don't. And I think the third point I'm kind of on the fence about is the why religious, I guess Christians or real religious Christians or whatever attack homosexuality. They attack homosexuality because, again, my opinion, I think that we attack it because, particularly in the African American community, we attack it because of the fact that we have so many strikes against us, and the first strike that we see as African Americans is the fact that we're black and that the white society is not going to accept us. But then the black Christian, the black church, doesn't like it because of the fact that it's blatantly said in the Bible more than once, in the Old Testament and in the New Testament, where homosexuality is wrong. But again, I don't want to get into that. Well, Jesus didn't say it in the New Testament, so it's okay. God loves the sinner. Yes, God loves the homosexual, but he doesn't like what the homosexual is doing. So, I mean, he wants you to not do it, but people are going to do what they want to do anyway. And my personal philosophy is if two consenting adults, and I say that, two consenting adults, two 18-year-old guys who want to have sex with each other, that's fine. But you have to know that's between you and God and the other person and God. Not you, the other person, and God, and your family and your friends who are straight and your friends who kind of don't like you, or your enemies or your haters or something like that. It's between you and God. So if you want to go knock yourself out. But just remember, at some point in time, we're all people are going to stand before God in the judgment seat. Where, again, I believe it's just going to be you and God, and you two are going to talk, and you two are going to have a nice long conversation about what you did in your life. But if you feel that you don't want to live the Christian way, that's fine. If you want to go have sex with people, go. I mean, go have sex with guys. Go ahead and knock yourself out. I mean, by all means, go. I really, truly believe that people who attack homosexuality, because that's the way it is. Some preachers don't want to preach against certain other sins. They try to preach against the main sin, which is homosexuality. And since they want to preach against only homosexuality as the ipso de facto main sin that has to be talked about and it has to be destroyed by any means necessary. I just don't. Again, I don't get it. That's why I said I'm on the fence about it. My personal philosophy: if two guys or two girls want to have sex, fine, knock yourselves out. I mean, go. You're gonna do what you want to do anyway. No matter how many people say, "Don't do it, don't do it," you're gonna bust hell wide open. Some people actually just want to relegate that to that period. You just want to say you're gonna bust hell wide open. That's it. Or quote scriptures from the Bible many times in the Old Testament. Again, not going to get into that, but it was a great blog, man. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I enjoy all your blogs. I enjoyed that one. I just wanted to respond and say that there were just some things I agreed with, some things I didn't. But keep up the good work, man. Be blessed.